Islam. Islam. I'm well. How are you? Okay, I'm back. I'm well. I'm getting ready to, I got off work maybe 30 minutes ago. I'm getting ready to head back now. Yeah. The day is the 31st of July 2018. July 28th, 31st, 2018. Yeah. Yeah. The summer is almost over. Almost over. It was an okay day today. It was. It really was. I completed my goal. So, I mean, my thoughts weren't too bad, but they weren't the best, but they weren't they could have been better. Yeah, I was focusing a lot about raising my vibrations frequency, because I know. Can you hear me? Yeah, because I'm trying to. Yeah, I see how it's connected to healing Mother Earth, not causing harm, freedom. All that's connected to healing the Earth and the universe. So either you are a part of that creation of Allah, of healing, right? Of healing, or you are against it. So either you are against it, where you are focusing on bondage, or you are for it, the healing. Yeah, so because everything that Allah created was in love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, right? Yep. That's why I was definitely trying to raise my vibrations and my thoughts frequency, so that I can be a part of healing the soul of the earth, and not be against causing harm, bondage. All that is connected to the opposite of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. And all that's in the United States American Constitution, Abraham Lincoln's proclamations, the 13th Amendment, 20 sections. Now go through the line. Declaration of Independence of 1774. No, 1776. Excuse me. Declaration of Independence of 1776. The Articles of Confederation of 1774. Of Association of 1774. Articles of Association. Make sure I say that right. Yep. You're right. Did you say Articles of Confederation of 1778? Did you say 1778 or did you say 1779? Yeah, it's 1778. Yep. So I just got through drinking orange juice. I brought orange juice at Burger King. Hold on one second. I think I'm going to go ahead and purchase some more OJ. Maybe one more. It was good. Yep. I'm using my tablet too. I am. 78. Yep. Well, let me tell you this. This is what I can say. Um, when those that speak of the chip or having a chip, it's like I think what they're trying to do is say that if you have a chip that's planted in your mind forcefully, you are being tagged to be used as a breeding tool. Yeah, was that in the movie? 79? Possibly. Like a breeding tool, like a dog, a cat, or not, or a dog, or a cattle, a horse. Right, like a dog or horse. Well, and during the plantation times, or if you want to, because if you want to go back to what they claim to be a plantation, they did. That's exactly what they did. They treated them like cattle. They treated the slaves or those that were prisoners of war like cattle, like animals and they bred them like that. Right. Okay. In Sudan, yeah, sometimes no, this is honest. I'm being honest. So when you saying you hear people saying that about a chip being placed in their head where they hear a tone too, and then all of a sudden males and females become aggressive. So what they probably doing is react or trying to implement a form of bondage. Remember on the plantations in the movies, there were those slaves that actually they enjoyed slavery. They wanted to be a slave. They've been a slave all their life. They didn't know nothing else. And so they called them, and then they had the bucks. That they didn't have enough. They didn't know how to. They didn't understand the words of freedom and exactly, or the word prisoners of war, right? They call them black bucks. Black bucks. Yep, that's what they call them. I mean, I'm right here. I might get some orange juice right now. Hold on 1 second, okay? Hold on. Well, I want to purchase 2 more OJs. Well, sometimes, in Sudan, okay, in reference to being tight, sometimes if you hear males that say that, whether they're black or from a different country, and you know that women are practicing celibacy, so what they're doing is trying to, once again, this method was done on plantations in other countries. In Sudan, in Africa, the continent of Africa, that those women, they practice chastity. All right, so they practice chastity, and that chastity. Let me come over here for a moment because I'm talking and I'm not getting my orange juice. So, chastity was very important to the Sudanese women and in their culture, and the Sudanese men. So the women would not have intercourse with anyone. It was to not have sex before marriage, I want to say to not have sex before marriage is very important. So when the Darfur War happened in Sudan. And one of the things that they spoke about was how the Arabs, or those that were Middle Eastern, the Arab men, they raped. Yeah, they raped the women there. And so what they did, and I'm pretty sure, knowing that those women, those young girls, had not had sex or intercourse. I might be talking too loud, but had not been with a male, probably enticed them, because you're dealing with a different form of being, some type of energy, or unclean spirit. So in Sudan, those women, those young girls, they valued chastity, and the men in their culture. So the first thing they did, those Arabs, were they implemented a form where they forced themselves upon the women, and then they made them pregnant. So they made a mixed breed, and as they made a mixed breed of what they were, these Arab of some sort, you don't know, they were unclean in spirit. They impregnated the Sudanese women in Africa to have a mixed breed child of some sort. Some of the women would actually, I think they killed the children, they ran away, or they left the children. It was horrible. That was a horrible war in Darfur. It was literally. It seemed like, I remember watching on a panel how it seemed like they literally was purposely trying to rape and impregnate these women in Sudan. Yeah, literally, they were trying to. That was like one of their goals, to impregnate them, and so they can have a mixed breed of the Arab or whatever that was, that Middle Eastern, that brown skin looking, with the Sudanese African. And rape was the main thing that they did. Rape, and that's part of war. So that is in connection to being tight. Okay? So you might hear some of them say, "Oh, tight," but you got to think of, you dealing in a time where we are among those who are practicing modern day slavery. And so their minds are not right at all. Mentally, physically, spiritually, mentally, they are disturbed. And they will say they paid to do so because they don't understand prisoners of war. So that's the exact same method that was used in Sudan. The exact same method. And it's the same method that they advertise or put in movies on plantations. But they fail to make you see that it's still going on in a state of mind, right? Yeah, they call them black bucks. Yep. So. Yep. Well, they couldn't understand that they were prisoners of war, and this is forced, and nothing should be forced, because they didn't understand the energy of freedom. They don't understand the energy of freedom. They didn't understand the proclamations, the 13th Amendment, 20 sections. Yeah, I gotta go. I want to purchase one more orange juice. Yeah, sometimes they say take it. Okay, you hear them saying take it. How long has it been since you've been celibate? For how long? So you saying these males are running around saying take it, and the females are saying take it too? You've been celibate for over 20 years, and they're saying I'm paid. So you're dealing with something that's unclean in spirit. Something wrong with them mentally. Something is wrong with them mentally, spiritually, and that is definitely in connection to the earth. Vibrations being low, and so we are trying to raise the vibrations in the divine energies of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, Islam. This is the exact same method in Sudan, exact same method that happened at the war, in different wars. Exact, just modernized Islam. I'll talk to you later. It's July 31st, 2018, okay? I'm purchasing another orange juice, I think. Islam. Bye.